This is Shashivarna with net ID MF4738. I'm here to explain the project R2, that is installation of the simple photo site that we created as part of our project R1 in Ruby on Rails, and use it like deploy it on the Amazon EC2 instance and run the app to see whether it is running properly or not, and to make it public. For this, the main purpose of this is like launch an Amazon EC2 instance and have a Ubuntu version for that, and then deploy your Rails project R1 that I have created already onto this Ubuntu instance, and then connect it to this instance and run it in the web browser. So, and as you know, in the project R1, that says there are two URLs which has some like preloaded data regarding some users and their photos and their comments. The same thing, the same two URLs work over here, that is user slash index, sorry, user index and the photos index ID. The first one will have the list of all the users, their names, and the link to the photos index ID, where it will display the photos and comments of the particular user. But this all will done by connecting it to the EC2 instance instead of our local host. So this is the main introduction part of it. So I'll move on creating, like launching an Amazon EC2 instance. For that, I have created a free tier account with Amazon, and that's a student account, and there I logged into their console. Already I have created an account. Once you log in over here, so you have compute this EC2 recently visited also, you can see, because I have already created instance and stopped it. So now go to this EC2. See, now zero running instance because I stopped everything. Okay, now go to instances. See, I have so many instances stopped because I face some of the challenges while installing Rails, that Rails server, some configuration issues I got. So go to the launch instance, that will allow us to create a new instance. In that, select the Ubuntu version. Yeah, you can select this Ubuntu server, this thing I'm selecting, and this is a free tier eligibility. So go to review and launch, and if you see here, I have some of the security grip, something like this, and click on launch. See, this is the key pair. This is actually a private, like it will give the key for the accessing this our EC2 instance. For that, usually I have an existing key pair like this, but I'll try to create a new one again. So created a new pair, and I'll give the name for this key pair as underscore photo site underscore ec sorry ec2, and then download this key pair. This is a private key file with the extension .pem. It got downloaded. Now I'll open it in the, I'll save it to my desktop instead of download so that I can access it easily. So I have saved it to my desktop now. Okay, after this, go to the console, launch instance. Your new instances are now launching. So I'll go and view my instance. It's pending, it will initialize in some time. See, it's now running and initializing. Okay, If you see this, you have some description for this, that the instance ID that got created and is a public DNS for this particular instance. And see, I gave the key name, right? So it should show up here. See, key pair name. These are the other details and status checks we can do, monitoring tags and also some description. And this is the public DNS. This is the IP. Okay. After this, I have to change up, like for the safety purpose, I'll change my permission bit. Change. This is my last run actually. I'll quit from here. I closed my terminal. I terminated. I opened it again. Now I'm in Sashivarna. This is my but my see I have my key pair file in my desktop. I'll make sure that, so see if you see that Shashivana underscore PC2 EM this PEM, it's a primary key file. Okay, now after this I'll change the permission mode of that particular thing. 600. I have some commands already. See this one, but my PM is now photo site because this is my old one. I gave this. Okay. Okay, and then so I change the permission mode. Now I need to connect to the server using the SSH. For that, I have a command as SSH minus I that was given here. If you see, if you get connect, see, they have given the instructions already. See this one, I can run it as it is to connect to Ubuntu. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to, so I'll yes, yes. See, you see, run command as a sudo command that, so it got created. Now I'm in Ubuntu instead of my local desktop. So here I have to do is I have to run some certain commands so that my Ruby and Rails will get configured or installed on Ubuntu machine. So for that I have a set of commands noted down like this. That is sudo apt get update. It's kind of like installing all our Ruby and Rails on the Ubuntu machine. And this will install Ruby full build essential. It will have full Ruby installed. Yes. Well, I'll take the next command. Okay, so install Ruby gems. 84 not upgraded, 0 upgraded, dependencies. Next. And then this thing. Okay, 2 gems installed, then the Node.js npm. Then finally, I'll install my Rails. Here I face a challenge for the first two instances. I had some issue with like Ruby greater than like Ruby version should be greater than or equal to 2.2 for that current Rails or something. I searched a lot and then I found some steps like do these all before doing the rails. Like that I was able to fix that issue, because of it took a long time for me to fix that particular issue. Meanwhile, I have to go back from Ubuntu to my desktop and give a path. I just found while searching a command scp that will copy our photosite zip folder into this Ubuntu machine using this scp-i command. For that, I have to give the path of my photosite like zip folder where it is and the Ubuntu instance name where to copy. So for that, I'll go, I'll get my Ubuntu instance details. Meanwhile, while the rails are running, for that I have to go here. See, this is the one. Oh, sorry. This is the one that I need. Okay, I'll just replace it. Okay, so Ubuntu, and then I have to change my .pem file name as well, because I create this is my old instance as pem. So I'll just give this one. It's on desktop now. Okay, and then user session on desktop, and then this one. Yes, it should give me the correct thing now. Before executing this command, I have to be on my desktop where I have my photo site previous photo size zip file is located. So it's 37 jumps install. Now I'm exiting from Ubuntu. So now I'm in my desktop. So here I'll execute the command. See, this is cp-i where it has this. This is used for copying my photo site .pem like onto Ubuntu machine. So here, so I exited and I copied it to Ubuntu now. See, you'll see 100% that got copied. Now I have to again connect to my Ubuntu so that I can do with this thing. So I got connected. Now here I'll do a ls to see whether my photo site, yes, it is available now if you see. Okay, and then okay, but it is a .zip file, but I need a like a photo site folder to access it. So I'll unzip it, unzip photosite.zip. It will unzip. It extracted all the files, right? Okay, so then I'll just check again ls to see whether my unzip file is there or not. If you see, it's there. Okay, it's good. Now I'll go into my photosite, because there I have to deploy, right? Like I have to run in my photosite app, right? So I'll change my directory to this photosite. See, now I'm in photosite. In the meantime, I'll change my security groups of this instance, particular instance that is running. This I can see the time when it got created. 21. It should be this one, I guess. This I'll go here. I'll add my host address. That's custom TP rule TCP, and the port number is 3000, and then the IP address of local at save these configurations. It was given by the professor like on how to change the security groups. Okay, I have changed this configuration, and while my this thing is there, I'm on photo site, right? So I have to do install my bundler in order to have it configured all the things. So bundler install, it will get all the metadata. Meanwhile, I'll go to my instance. It's the running one. Bundler gem is installed. Okay, now I have to do Rails server to run my Rails. Yes, see, we used to see this in Ruby Mind, right? Sorry, where is it? Yeah, see, we used to see this on Ruby Minds when we run an application, right? So successfully it compiled, and it's listening is on the port TC 3000, right? That we gave it. So now go to before that in earlier we used to connect to the localhost, but we have to have this instance address. Oh, this is my old one. Okay, I copied my instance and give the port number. Just see it like I just give and like I just uh tried my Rails version is proper or not, so it's on Rails. So again I'll give my user slash index, that is my view. See, photo site user list. You can see there are 6 users. Earlier it used to be on the local host with the 3000 port, but now it is on the EC2 instance and 3000 port. Photo site user list. This is our first URL. Then see if you can there is a link on first name to go on to the second photo space of that particular user. If you have see photos of Justin Bieber, you have comments, who commented and what are the comments and what date. See, you can go to same person because he's comment. You can try ID2. See, it's Paris Hilton. And John had commented on her. So if you click on John, it went to John. And for John himself, he has a comment, so it didn't. So I'll go back to his. Suppose I click on Barack Obama, as he has more comments, we can check the functionality very well at this. Because he has commented by Paris Hilton. See, now it got connected to Paris Hilton and John. Similarly, you can give some random, like whatever the ID that you have. Santa Claus, he has Santa Claus. His ID. Okay, so this is what we wanted. We deployed our photosite app and it is working fine. Okay, and then there are two concerns that like two issues that were asked in the problem. That's like, see, we have a issue. What happens when actually if we stop the instance, it will stop running and the data will be lost. So how we can freeze that instance or save it in Amazon EC2? For that, I gone through the link that professor gave, and also on the instant he stop, instead of losing the data will be there in a snapshot that we can create. And then so snapshots is the option for protecting our data instead of losing it when the instance is stopped. And in the second instance, that is rebooting instance, it's like completing losing the connection. And for this, see, whenever your instance you're rebooting the whatever the if you go to our EC2, sorry, where are there only, see, we have a IP address public DNS, but there is nothing called as elastic IPs yet because I didn't created a one. For that, this public DNS will keep on changing. This IP address, this thing will keep on changing whenever we rebooted thing. So for that to but whenever the public user, you gave some link, this is my instance, and you can access my website through that, but he may not be able to see all the time this thing, because this will get changed whenever you reboot or like uh, launch that again. So for that issue to be overcome, you can, one option is creating an elastic IP. For that you have some steps given on you can add elastic IPs, go to that, allocate new address, and give whatever the IP address that you have currently, so that it will get fixed and the user can use the same thing again and again. For that you have to do some steps like associating the address of that elastic address. That time you will be able to, okay, you will to get an address over here in the elastic IPs, and that will be like permanent. So even though you gave it a user, no need to mention him all the time to change it or something. So that way I didn't like, though I faced some challenges like that, as I told, that Rails version and my Ruby version was not having some compatibility and some gens were not installed. But when I changed that sudo commands order, I got it and I was able to display, and the photo site website with my Amazon new instance got created. Okay, so my application is working fine, and I was able to deploy my photo site application properly. And I think I'm done with my YouTube presentation. Thank you so much.